This past week, we learned that Attorney General Todd Rokita would be facing another investigation from the state Supreme Court's Disciplinary Commission for statements he made after settling his previous complaints stemming from his comments on a local abortion provider. Rokita was given a public reprimand but did not face any suspension of his law license in that first investigation. Last week, Rokita learned more about the year ahead and who he may be facing in his bid for re-election as former candidate for Secretary of State Destiny Wells announced that she'd be running for Attorney General. I sat down with her one-on-one this past week. All right, I'm here with candidate for Attorney General Destiny Wells. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Great to be here again.
You recently launched your campaign for AG, ran for Secretary of State, of course, last year. Why'd you decide to get into this race?
Well, we just had too much on the table and we could not walk away. You know, last year we started from scratch. For any Democrat, it is a lot to build up the infrastructure that is required to run a race. We had all the infrastructure right there, and I'm first and foremost an attorney. I've worked in the office, and everything about this race just called us to run again.
You lost to another Republican last year who's also been under scrutiny in that race for Secretary of State, Diego Morales, who, much like Todd Rokita, has dealt with a number of controversies in recent years. What are the factors you believe will make this next race for Attorney General a successful one in a state where Democrats have been unable to win statewide since 2012?
Right. I do want to point out that our margin for last year's race was the best margin we've seen since 2006, when then Todd Rokita only won by 6 points. Right. So we made substantial improvements. We do a lot with less, and this year we're looking to do more with even more resources. And next year's race has so many variables, especially at the top of the ticket when it comes to the presidential. We don't know if we're going to have a third-party candidate that will go and break some of that straight ticket voting that we saw plague our voters last year, very polarized electorate, and we will have a lot more people out voting. Last year was just a midterm, and so we're just getting warmed up. You mentioned the race for president. In a statement, the state GOP chair reacted to your candidacy, saying that you were rejected by Hoosier voters in your bid last year, and now you're running again for the next available statewide office. They said time and again you've used your leadership in your party to try and push the radical Biden agenda across the state. What's your response to that? Are you concerned about the president's approval numbers, not just here, but nationally, and the impact that could have next year? Well, I'm very proud that the president leads as a diplomat, very diplomatically first, right? And so we can talk about my leadership in the party, but I think my leadership in 20 years of military experience is actually much more important. You know, I still serve in the reserve, and so I think it brings a breadth of experience, and I'm not too concerned what's coming out of the GOP machine if they're going to try to paint me as far left. Last year I was concerned about abortion like many other Hoosiers, and I'm concerned still with how the Attorney General is conducting business in the office and what our taxpayer dollars are paying for.
Given some of the scrutiny he's faced on that topic and his comments about a local abortion provider, the investigations that's led to, how big of a factor do you think abortion will be in this race, broadly speaking?
I think it will be a big factor. Is it the only thing that we are looking at? No, we're looking at medical privacy in general, workers' rights, and restoring integrity of the office. And when I say that, that means having an attorney general whose license is not being censured, right? Is not being reprimanded. And so we've seen that with our last two Republican attorneys general. And we see it in direct regard to the abortion issue and the attacks on Dr. Bernard, a private citizen just trying to render care to Hoosier citizens.
There's another investigation potentially underway now regarding comments the attorney general made after settling that first investigation. Do you think the commission will go further this time in terms of potentially suspending his law license? What do you think should happen?
Well, I want to say that I worked under Curtis Hill when he was Attorney General and when his license was up in the air, and it was a big distraction in the office. And I do think that it just came out yesterday that the Supreme Court is going to examine his license and again, because he basically said, I didn't really mean those things I said to the Supreme Court. He's basically perjured himself. And then shortly after, just yesterday, he published a statement again. These are all distractions. And you know what? I want to, like I said, restore integrity of the office. I've never had my license called into question. And in 20 years in the military, I've never been called into question. So that's the type of leadership we'll bring.